TYT Sports, Ben Mankiewicz and Jason Rubin with you. So the Patriots have advanced to the Super Bowl again, finally, first time in a number of years. And naturally, the story is that they're a bunch of cheaters. So this is a remarkable story. It's from Dan Wetzel at Fox Sports.
Yahoo Sports.
We all know about Yahoo Sports, excuse me. Thank you very much. Critical distinction. Yes. So citing league sources, Bob Kravitz of KTHR in Indianapolis says, quote, the NFL investigating the possibility the Patriots deflated footballs Sunday night. Kravitz, former Indianapolis Star columnist, tweeted that, quote, at one point officials took the ball out of play and waited. So the issue with this is, first of all, I've learned something about the NFL that I'm certain most, did you know?
I did not know.
I think most fans did not know this. So every game, the home team brings 12 balls, and the visiting team brings 12 balls. And when you're on offense, you use your own balls. You do not play with another team's balls. So each ball can weigh between 12 and a half and 13. A ball does not weigh 12 and a half pounds.
No, I think it's the pressure.
Pounds of pressure. Because I have a 12 and a half pound ball, just like a bowling ball.
It's a medicine ball.
Right. So the balls can have between 12 and a half and 13 and a half pounds of pressure. And that's the acceptable limit. So some quarterback might like a 13 and a half, and some quarterback might like a 12 and a half. Obviously, as anybody who played pickup football as a kid knows, if you deflate a ball significantly,
easier to catch.
It's easier to catch. And there's probably a sweet spot, I'm going to make a number up, at 11 and a half, where you can still throw it sharply.
I want to say 12.
Let's say 11.8, where you can still throw it sharply enough, but it becomes much easier to catch. And then you look at, Julian Edelman sitting on his ass.
Making catches. And what was it, Shane Vereen?
Shane Vereen, yeah. So,
but they're not cheating. This is ridiculous.
How do we know? First of all,
I personally don't believe they're cheating. Because
they're already cheaters. Spygate was cheating.
Right. And having Solder line up as an offensive lineman tight end is them learning the rule book and cheating also and all this stuff.
No, that's not cheating.
Why? So why is it the Patriots that have? Okay, my question is: are you telling me every single game during the NFC Championship game, where's the stories of them going out weighing the ball halfway through? Because there's no way Jermaine Kearse makes that game-winning catch.
I mean, you're making such a dumb argument. I don't know how to combat you respectfully. It's a little like saying, how come nobody's investigating Jay Leno for 30 cases of sexual assault? Why is it just Bill Cosby?
Well,
because that's where the accusations were made. I mean, because they tested that ball.
You don't think it's a little not surprising, it's a little repetitive that it's always the Patriots?
No, I think criminals commit crimes. Yes.
So you think do you think they deflated the balls?
I think they may have deflated the balls, and I think if they took a ball out of play, and I think that they have shown a complete willingness to do something like that. I don't doubt it for a second. There's always going to be an argument about what standards of cheating are acceptable. We've decided in baseball you can't take steroids.
Right.
But if you cork the bat, it's old school, and hey, you'll just get suspended. But we're never going to think that no one's going to take a player who corked a bat and boo him every time he came up.
Sammy Sosa at some points.
Right, but it's the steroids that get you. Let's use a better example. Forget a corked bat, because that is stealing signs.
Okay.
Right? You're allowed to steal. But those aren't in the rule book, right?
The unwritten rules.
Those are unwritten rule book. Like, I do not understand. I think, spitballs, right?
Okay.
Everybody thinks you scuff a ball, you're old school, man, right? You try to get an advantage. Yeah. And look, if they catch you and throw you out, okay, you took your lumps. And it would be a little different than changing the baseball, right? Illegally changing the baseball. I don't understand getting to unwritten rules in baseball. It drives me crazy that I think hitters should be able to look back at where the catcher moves. Like, if you're moving, you're looking for a competitive advantage. And every time a catcher stands up to demand a high fastball, if I'm on the other team, every single time, up, I yell to the hitter, because hey, you're supposed to squat. You're giving yourself an advantage in standing. I'm going to let my hitter know that you're standing, so this ball is going to be a high fastball. And then all that's going to happen with that is they'll stop standing up.
Okay.
But this is different. There are rules.
Because it's football.
Because it's football, and that clearly is we all know that a ball at 11.5 pounds is going to get easier to catch. It'll be easier to catch a ball at 11.5 pounds of pressure. and especially given the horrendous weather of that game.
So that was, okay, specifically the reason why a team would do this, according to Dan Wetzel's piece, is that in crappy weather, like rain, snow, any high winds, whatever it might be, it's easier to catch the ball. It doesn't seem like this happens, I guess, in warm weather games because there's no weather effect that makes the ball a lot harder to catch, besides the fact that these guys are all wearing freaking gloves.
But Tom Brady may well go, hey, look, man, when it's this bad out, I can throw a much more catchable ball. Let's go on the low end. And so they were like, how low can we go? I mean, all that would happen is that they'd take it out and then make them replace the balls. Or, and here's the way you solve this problem. Here's what I do if I discovered it. Hey, here's what's going to happen. You're going to use the Colts balls. And everyone's going to use the Colts balls.
No, everyone should just use the same
That's what I'm saying.
balls.
But I'm saying if you discovered it mid-game, there's an easy solution. Use the other team's balls, everybody. And that's the way it should be all the time. Like, I don't know, when we were playing pickup football, and I realized this is the NFL, which stands for not for long, keep making calls like that. Thank you, Jerry Glanville. We're playing pickup ball. You didn't be like, all right, now we're on offense, I'm going to use this ball. You play with one ball. It's not hard.
I also really wouldn't be shocked, by the way, that after 2 quarters of play with only 12 balls in play, that some of the balls, if they're on the low end of the, or is it 12 and a half, they deflate a little bit as you play.
I don't think they deflate a little bit as you play.
Not even 0.1 pound of pressure, which would make it illegal.
I don't think so. And no one's going to complain about that. That's not the issue.
It's not.
I'm just saying this is an issue worth going at. Nobody's got it in for the Patriots. The league isn't trying to get the Patriots.
No one's got it in for the Patriots. This is every single time the Patriots win. They're cheating.
Every time O.J. Simpson does something like take a gun and kidnaps people or kill his ex-wife and a waiter, they go after him. I mean, criminals.
There's a major difference between killing somebody
of course
and deflating footballs.
But you're pointing out that just going to go after the Patriots every time, that means that it's unfair to the Patriots. Maybe it's because the Patriots do it.
Guarantee that if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, that they were spiking the Seahawks Kool-Aid with, or Gatorade or water with horse tranquilizers, so they couldn't play. They were too tired.
It's the same Patriot regime. They have the same mentality. They try to get every edge.
It's called a winning mentality.
Right. That is, and it's admirable to a point. But if you're breaking rules to make it easier for your team to catch the ball, and it never occurs to poor Chuck Pagano that that's what they should do because, no, man, I'm following the rules, then that's just flat out not cool. I'm not saying it happened, but it's worth investigating.